Hello and welcome, it's Col here from Let's Talk Retro, and as I've just finished doing a little bit of work to our retro gaming website, I thought if you don't mind in this video I'll give you a little bit of a guided tour as to what it has to offer. Obviously the site's main use is to promote us on our YouTube channel, but it also has a lot of features that we think will be of interest to any retro gamer. Things like retro gaming news and articles, a what's on guide, and you can even hang out and play some classic retro games. So let's jump in and take a closer look. So the first thing you want to do to get to our website is obviously to put the address into your web browser, which is just www.letstalkretro.com. Nice and easy to remember, but I shall also put a link in the description for you. And the first thing then you'll see on the page, which looks like this, is obviously a menu across the top here, like most websites have, with all the sort of links to all the different pages of the website. And I'll go through them in a little bit more detail in just a few minutes. The second thing you'll see is this little sort of advertisement bar, which advertises features of the website. And we've got a couple of adverts on there at the moment for people that we want to just give a little shout out to. And mainly sort of in a way of sort of saying thanks to what they're giving to the retro gaming community at the moment. And you can click through these by going left or right. And so the first one is the Retro Hour podcast with Dan and Ravi. They put out a podcast every Friday, which is well worth a listen. It's available on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, and various other formats. It's obviously an hour program, and on the first hour they give you all the latest retro gaming news and tech news and talk about that. And then in the second half they have a retro gaming guest on, someone from the past, usually from retro gaming. They've had some really good big names as well from the past, and done some really good interviews, so they're definitely worth checking out if you're not listening to their podcast already. If you just click on that, it'll take you across to their website, and then you can either choose to listen to the website from there or find your favourite place where you want to listen to it from. But if you're not listening to that, guys, you definitely are missing out on something that's well worth a listen. And also, like I say, the free 64 fanzine, the new Commodore 64 fanzine that's been recently released. I think it's up to about issue 3 is on the way to me now. That's well worth a read. And so if you want to check that out again, just click on that, take you off to the website where you can buy that. Again, they haven't advertised or are paid to advertise basically on the website. They probably don't even know the little adverts are there. It's just our way of giving something back to them because we really enjoy what they do. So when you come on down, the next thing you'll see is there's a couple of pictures, one of James and one of myself there, so you know what we look like if you've not seen us before. And then also we also have our latest video, which always just plays, normally auto plays, but I stopped it before I actually started the video. This is our Who Wants to Be a Million Let's Play that we recently done. So if you haven't watched that, you might like to watch that while you're on the website. And then underneath that, you've also got our social media links to, you know, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And also, there's a link underneath that to our YouTube channel if you want to get to the channel so you can see all the rest of our videos. And as I'm sure you're watching this video, you probably already know what our YouTube channel looks like. So back to the website, and if we carry on down, the next thing we have is probably my favourite part of the website, and it's not doing a very good job of showing that. But so yeah, this is probably my favourite part, and this is a little app we've got embedded into the website. And basically what it does, it pulls in all the latest retro gaming news and articles from across the web, and then we can choose which articles or which bits of news we want to actually publish to this little square here. And as you see, as I scroll over them, the stories and the articles, it tells you a little bit more about them. And if you click read, it takes you off to the page which has got the articles. It's on the TechSpot website, and this is a little story about where someone's put a Raspberry Pi Zero into a NES cartridge. It's a pretty cool idea. It's something I probably wouldn't mind having a go at, actually. And they show you how it's been made. So that's a cool little article. And then once you've read it, you can just click on this little X up here, and you're back to our website where you can choose another story. And that's how they're all sort of retro related, and you can keep zooming up and down through those. And they go back for quite a while, but there's some really interesting stories there. I say it's one of the things I normally update it myself and then go there and have a little read. So carrying on down the page, we've got some links to some other great retro sites. So Retro Collect, I'm sure most of you know that, and Retro Gamer, our favourite retro gaming magazine. Digitizer, if you were around in the 80s and early 90s, you'll probably remember reading Digitizer on teletext. They've recently, in the last year or so, done a new website called Digitizer 2000, which basically revives the old Digitizer format. And that's always worth a look. Some funny stuff on there. If anyone read that back in the day, you know how sort of some of the stuff was quite funny and quite controversial. So that's always worth a read. And then Games You Loved, another website that also has lots of retro gaming articles and news and things on. And again, none of these are paid to advertise. They probably don't even know they're on here. It's just, like I say, our way of sort of spreading the word about their great websites. So if we go back to the top of the page and to the menus, so obviously we're on the home page. So if you go across to About, you'll see there's an About Us page. So if you click on that, it'll bring up a page which has got a little bit more info about myself and James, just sort of introducing ourselves. And then it's also got links to our Instagram page, our Twitter page, and our Facebook page again, because they've got a lot more information about us on them as well. Next tab is YouTube, and on there we've got a link again to our YouTube channel, and also something else that I really like on there. It's like our way of giving back to other YouTubers. It's like our YouTube Hall of Fame. Going to be adding some more people to this very soon. But on this page, it's basically just people that we've come across on YouTube that we either like their channels, or with some people we've become friends with on YouTube. And it's just like little links, tells you a little bit about them, and then there's a link to their actual YouTube channel. And they're all great YouTube channels that we think they're worth checking out if you're into retro games. So yeah, following on from that, you've got a tab for retro gaming. And it's got What's On, so if you click on What's On, obviously it takes you to our What's On events page. This is one of the pages I slightly fiddled with just recently. You've now got there's 3 events on here at the moment. I'm going to be adding some more very soon. If you've actually got an event that's coming up, or if you're going to an event that's not advertised on here, and you'd like to see it on here, then please drop us a line, let us know. You can do that through the contacts page, which I'll show you in a minute up here on the menu, and we'll be pleased to add it so that everybody knows about it. And you'll see we've got little videos about these events as well. One made by us there. There's an official one for the EGX Resd event that's coming up next year. You can click on those, and if you haven't been to the event, obviously it gives you a little bit of an insight into what it's like to be there, so that's hopefully quite handy. And then also on the retro gaming section, we've got our Flash Arcade section where you can play Flash Arcade games. Now, as I say, this is obviously Flash, so it won't work on your iPad, I'm afraid, or your iPhone. It should be okay on Android and PC and Mac. And you'll see we've got 4 different games here. You've got Pac-Man, Defender, Arkanoid and Frogger. So if you want to play these, you just click on the arcade machine and it takes you off to the Pac-Man page. Get a bit of the history of Pac-Man over here. And then you can click on Start Game and use your arrow keys to actually play Pac-Man. Well, that just in time. Sorry, anyway, getting a little bit carried away, playing a bit of Pac-Man there. So then you've got Defender, which is like a Flash version. And this is if I don't, I clicked on the wrong thing. Right, let's just turn the sound down a bit so you can hear me. So we go to main menu and start, and again just using the arrow keys and your space bar to play Defender, which is a pretty cool Flash version. This looks really nice. And again, you've got a little bit of information about the game over on the left. If we go back, we choose Arkanoid. And spacebar to start, is it? I think you've got to click on the actual thing first. So who doesn't like a bit of Arkanoid? Again, it's just using your cursor keys left and right. Oh, got a very good start there. Oh. Hello. Anyway, before I embarrass myself anymore, I think we'll leave Arkanoid alone. And finally, you've got Frogger. And again, you can use your cursor keys to move your frog around. Yay, you got one in. Oh. Yeah, so anyway, that's the little arcade section that we've got set up for you to play here on the website. If you're at work and you get a little bit bored and you're on the computer, might be worth checking out. They've also got a link to our eBay store, which is obviously where, if you've seen us at our at the London Gaming Market, James sells lots of clocks and signs, and there's a few other bits of arcade and sort of retro gaming stuff on there for you to buy. And then finally, we've got our contact page. So if there's anything you think that you would like to see added to the website, or if you've got like an event that's coming up you'd like to add to our What's On page, then you can fill out this little form and it'll get sent through to us, and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, like I say, if you've got anything that you think could be added to make the website a little bit better, then just drop us a line. So that's basically a look around our website. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you think it's a site worth bookmarking and checking out every now and then. But until next time, guys, I guess all I've got left to say is to keep it retro, and we will see you again with another video very soon. Cheers for watching.